Is there a beginning and an end? Or is everything connected in one endless loop?
This dialogue means more than what it says. Time travel is a quantum physics phenomena and it is used in many TV shows and movies in Western world. But for the first time, an Indian creator wants to indulge with this phenomena. So, Shailendra Vyas's show GL50, the 4-episode mini-series on SONY LIV, starring Abhay Deol, Pankaj Kapoor, Ritika Anand and Piyush Mishra, fulfills this. Time is conveniently plain in GL50. One character asks, "What is the date today?" Another replies, "It's August 3rd, 2019. "No, it's 1984, the former insists. Though 35 years apart, the two dates are connected by an aircraft that goes missing in the mid-1980s after takeoff from Calcutta, as the city was then called, and crashes into the mountains somewhere in North Bengal 3.5 decades later. This mind-bending flight of fancy unfortunately fails to find either a channel of consistent certainty or a firm landing strip. That's, in a nutshell, is the fate of GL50, a sci-fi adventure in which what, how and where are completely eclipsed by when. In the bargain, the whys and wherefores disappears without a trace. In the course of a lecture to his students, Professor of Physics dismisses the received wisdom that time never stops because time never moves. Time is always present. He asserts before he is summoned from the classroom by CBI investigating the plane crash. The scientist had a seat on the flight but bailed out at the last minute. Asked why, he says he remembered nothing.
पर मैं आपके किसी काम का नहीं हूँ.
Indian filmmaking and web shows creator aren't big on science fiction. To that extent, GL50 is a departure from norm, but the advantage is frittered away. The veneer of logic that the series seeks to plaster its central conceit with does not last the course. Deol and Kapoor, on their part, do well not let the inconsistencies swirling around them adversely affecting their performances. The camera work by director of photography Bradley J. Struckle is strikingly fluid, but the show, created, written and directed by Shailendra Vyas, swims in shallow waters. After a brief prelude in which a shadow of an aircraft skims across the high-altitude football ground before crashing off camera, the show shuttles between Kolkata, where the story begins, and Calcutta, where it culminates, and spins a yarn that is more fiction than solid science. Only 2 of 40 people on board the ill-fated plane survive. One of them is the pilot, a young woman. The other is a mysterious man who had no business to be in the cockpit when the aircraft went down. Both have stories rooted in the past. CBI officer Shantanu is deployed to get the bottom of this mystery. The probe leads him to the professor Subhrata Das, a quantum physicist who has a secret up his sleeves and pronounces but with the vowel sound elongated to tell us how Bengali he is. There are allusions to a movement for the liberation of Bengal and a befolding scientific formula first thought up in 623 BC during the reign of Emperor Ashoka. Once the line between the past and the present is erased, the show goes into the tailspin. The past weighs heavy on CBI agent individually as well. Besides a marriage gone sour, the detective is confronted with a demented scientist. The calm investigator is told that his beat-noed dimag is gold, but his dil is stone. The academician who guides the investigator through a maze contributes most of the confounding weighbridge. He holds force on the concept of space-time and wormholes.
जो हमें पास्ट या फ्यूचर में बहुत कम समय में ले जा सकते हैं, इन्हें वर्म होल्स भी कहते हैं.
CBI officer Shantanu agrees to go along with the older man because he has no choice left. The lecturer, surprisingly and without warning, gets an startling opinion in the edgeways. He tells Shantanu that the problem with the Indian is that we are easily brainwashed, that we can't see beyond Hindu, Muslim and Mandir Masjid discourses. That is why, he says, we fell prey to politics driven by Andhvishwas and fails to see the real advantage of possessing a scientific temper. When we sight a celestial phenomenon in the sky, we look up with folded hand and turns it into a spectacle to demonstrate religious ardor. We do not ask question. The professor is spot on if the rest of GL50 was. The show, not half as sharp-witted as it thinks it is, does not stick to its rational pretension long enough for it to take full effect. Abhay Deol and Pankaj Kapoor try very hard to keep straight face through it all. As you can imagine, it isn't easy for them or the audience. So, I would like to give 3 out of 5 stars, as I say it is a one-time watch. What are your thoughts over it? Comment down below. And if you like this video, hit the like button, and for more such content like this, subscribe to our channel.